until I stepped out on the other side. Everyone like me from this podcast queen. Stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved. Stay strong, stay healthy, yeah.
One of my biggest concerns when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 19 in my freshman year at Harvard was that it would come back. I spent 3 months in the hospital getting diagnosed, and I never wanted to go through anything like that ever again. Unfortunately, I did have 2 additional breaks, one while I was still in college and another shortly after I graduated. Different doctors told me different things. To some doctors, my initial break would be the only break I ever had. It was just like a one-off because I was under so much stress in college. And to some other doctors, this was something I would have to deal with for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, the second group of doctors were correct, and I have lived with bipolar disorder ever since I was 19. My second break was pretty minor because I recognized the symptoms, especially the psychosis. I really knew that I had to go right back to the hospital and receive treatment immediately. I still had to withdraw from Harvard for the term, but it was much better than my first break, where I was out for a year and a half. My third break was devastating. I basically had to withdraw from society altogether. I couldn't work and I couldn't connect with people at all anymore. I was in and out of the hospital again, and I really didn't know if I would ever be able to recover. In 2025, I was diagnosed with colon cancer, and by the grace of God, in 2026, I no longer have colon cancer. And I think to myself, it is possible that the colon cancer could come back. I have very intense schedules for screenings to ensure that if it does come back, it is caught immediately. I was also diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2025, but people call thyroid cancer the good cancer. They call it that because people don't die from thyroid cancer, unlike colon cancer, which is basically almost fatal if not caught in time. Of course, no one wants their cancer to come back, but having lived through what I've lived through with bipolar disorder, I know that if the illness does come back, it's not necessarily the end of everything. For myself, I actually still have to keep in mind that bipolar disorder, depression, cancer, anemia, all of that stuff could come back. I just have to stay vigilant and work towards having the healthiest life I can have. It's one day at a time for me because honestly, I feel like I'm already out of time. Each day is a gift. This is Black bipolar female Natasha Cobb saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.